We have to use it to advance learning. Teachers are doing this, and they're not just doing it in the United States, they're doing it around the globe.
Welcome to the Teach, Lead, Innovate podcast, where we dive deep into the heart of innovation, leadership, and transformative ideas shaping the future of education and technology. Each episode is a journey into the minds of visionary educators, thinkers, and leaders who are not just talking about change, they're living it. Real people leading real change. This is where passion meets practice and ideas come to life. Welcome to the Teach, Lead, Innovate podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to Teach, Lead, Innovate. It is the weekend. Today is January 5th, 2025, and this is the weekly wrap-up. So today we're going to take a deep dive into the biggest stories in education, technology, leadership, and innovation from the past week. If you're ready to reflect, learn, and get inspired, let's dive in. All right, so first up, let's take a look at education and technology. This week, EdWeek reported that over 1,000 public schools have adopted AI-powered tutoring assistants and platforms like Conmigo by Khan Academy to address learning gaps exacerbated by the pandemic. These platforms offer real-time feedback, individualized lesson plans, and continuous progress monitoring. So, for example, in Miami-Dade County in Florida, within a semester, fifth grade math scores improved by 18%, particularly for students who previously struggled with fractions and decimals. Teachers praised the AI for freeing them to focus on advanced instruction while ensuring every student received personalized support. So it's really amazing to see that the usage of AI is, I would say, right now, this is a great example of how to use it, right? So kudos to Miami-Dade County for such great usage of AI. Now, it does raise a question, right? Well, while these tools are effective, it does raise questions about digital equity, right? This is not going on universally. And so this is something that we need to really consider and be forward thinking about, because this is going to be the haves and have-nots. So we need to start developing, I think, at a national level, certainly the state level, but a national level, how are we going to make sure that students are being afforded these opportunities and teachers being afforded these opportunities? And this is also a concern too that I believe has to be addressed. Teacher training in AI, I think that's huge. That's a need that has to be met, a very emergent and relevant need right now. So if we're going to be utilizing AI on a large scale, one thing is certain: teachers need to receive the training that they need, the relevant training, to make sure they adopt it however they see fit in the classroom. So now let's move to Europe. The European Commission announced a $300 million initiative to integrate interactive classroom technologies, particularly in STEM education. Finland has become a global leader in this space, using AR, augmented reality, in its national curriculum. A physics teacher, for example, in Helsinki, used AR to simulate particle collisions, allowing students to visualize and manipulate models in real time. And the results? Engagement soared by 40% and assessment scores by 20%. You see, there is real data coming back. It's been coming back for years, but we're still seeing it, that the use of technology where appropriate, right? That's what I'm always about. We have to embrace technology. It's here, but we have to embrace it in a meaningful and relevant way. We don't just use technology to use technology for technology's sake. We have to use it to advance learning. Teachers are doing this, and they're not just doing it in the United States, they're doing it around the globe. AR is proving invaluable for making abstract concepts accessible, and successful implementation, this is important, hinges on robust training for teachers and investment, right? If we're going to utilize these technologies and we see the benefit, we got to train our teachers. We have to make sure that they have the tools that they need to succeed. So now let's move on to leadership. We all know that leadership is more than just decision making. It is about inspiring action and creating change. This week, two standout stories illustrate what innovative leadership looks like. First, we're going to talk about Tesla. Tesla revealed details of a leadership framework that emphasizes collaboration across departments. This model reduced product development and timelines by 25% last year, facilitating faster launches of innovations like their semi-autonomous truck. This is extremely important, and this is such a valuable morsel for the education world. And we talked about this on the podcast on Friday, that cross-discipline, that collaboration is key to making sure we get to where we need to be in education and in learning and in teaching. And so this is an example of how good leadership, a good framework for leadership can help facilitate that. So, school leaders can adopt similar practices by fostering collaboration between departments. Imagine science and art teachers co-designing a STEAM project where students create and lead and test sustainable packaging prototypes. That's interdisciplinary thinking at its best, right? We have to look for these opportunities for students to think outside and work outside the box. So now let's go to the Lone Star State of Texas. Principal Jamie Lopez of Westfield Elementary in Amarillo, Texas, partnered with local business leaders to create a mentorship program for fifth graders. Now, this is amazing because students displayed improved problem-solving skills, increased self-confidence, and greater interest in career paths within 3 months. Teachers reported a renewed sense of purpose as mentorship discussions often reinforced classroom lessons. And you see what was amazing about this example too? These are fifth graders. So often I think we focus in on the high school population, which of course, I'm not saying we don't need to. We need to 100%. We focus even in on the middle school, on eighth graders, right? But they're focusing on, at this school, Westfield Elementary, they focus on fifth graders. That's amazing. Talk about creating that pipeline for student success. And this initiative highlights how leadership can extend beyond the school walls to leverage community expertise and truly enrich student learning. All right, so now let's shine a spotlight on a story that combines education, technology, and healthcare to address critical global challenges. So, Microsoft, in collaboration with local NGOs, launched an AI-powered healthcare training program in India's rural villages. Using mobile apps and VR simulations, the program equips high school students with basic medical skills to support underserved communities. Students trained through this program have started assisting local clinics. Early data shows these students are twice as likely to pursue medical careers compared to their peers, and the initiative has reduced clinic wait times by a staggering 30%, getting the help to the people that need it the most. And this program demonstrates the power of education to solve systemic issues while also fostering community resilience. And so I love drawing connections between the past and the present. This week's stories remind me of Jerome Bruner's work on discovery-based learning in the 1960s. Bruner argued that students learn best when they actively construct knowledge rather than passively absorb it. And so, this principle is alive and well in today's AI-driven personalized learning tools and AR-enabled classrooms. Bruner's legacy reminds us that innovation thrives on both engagement and curiosity. And so, what are some takeaways from this week? So, number one, experiment with technology, right? Consider piloting a new ed tech tool like an AI tutor or an AR application. And do this with a small group of students to evaluate its impact before you decide to scale bigger. Create opportunities, collaborate, create opportunities for interdisciplinary projects, whether it's between school departments or community partners, and focus on hands-on learning, right? I think this also does so much for CTE programs everywhere. Incorporate more discovery-based interactive elements into your lessons to boost student engagement and understanding. All right, everybody. So that's it for the weekly recap. From AI in classrooms to mentorship initiatives and groundbreaking healthcare training. The stories we've covered prove that innovation is limitless when we embrace cross-disciplinary thinking and bold leadership. All right, guys, thank you again for tuning in. You can watch this show on YouTube. You can listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Audible, or every other major platform. So if today's episode inspired you, please like, share, and comment below. And if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe, leave a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I would love to respond to continue the communication. All right, everybody. Until next time, stay inspired, stay positive, and have the best day ever.